Well, it's day 2 of Hurricane Ian. It's about 10:30 in the morning, 11 o'clock, somewhere around there. And Ian's just sitting out there turning and turning. Ian's just sitting out there turning and turning. You know, it's 155 mile an hour at the eye wall, and inland, you know, we're probably getting some pretty good gusts, maybe 60, 70 miles an hour. You know, once in a while, like I said, it's not too bad, but you wait a second, a gust will go through there. It's raining pretty good. Neighbor's yard's flooded. You know, nothing too impressive right at this moment, but whenever this thing makes landfall, it's gonna be crazy. My custom engineered storm shutters are holding up. Yeah, this rain's, you know, this could be sitting here for like till Thursday or something like that. And it's only Wednesday, so we still got a whole another day and a half of this stuff. Wind picks up here every now and then. Yard's pretty flooded. You know, no major damage here at the house, anything that I know of yet. We're just gonna keep hanging in there. Hard to say where this thing's actually gonna make landfall. You know, it's been sitting off the coast of Naples for the last, you know, few hours, just turning and turning and turning. The eye wall's like 50 miles wide, so at 10 miles an hour, it's gonna take it 5 hours just to go from one end of the eye wall to the other. So, yeah, so we're just gonna kind of monitor it, just do what we can. There ain't much we can do, there ain't nowhere to go. We can go south, but what's the point of that? Still gonna come home at some point, might as well just stay right where we're at. So anyway, so that's the update for now. Not a whole lot going on here. I'm sure there's some places that got some real bad damage, but we're pretty fortunate here in Naples so far. And we'll just keep you updated and let you watch the storm and enjoy it from my perspective. I don't know if you can see them clouds real well, but them things are just cooking. So, but anyways, I'll check in with you guys later. Hopefully nothing major happens, you know, damage-wise. Probably hard to tell, but the sky's got a really weird haze on it. I'm gonna jump in the truck, go for a little ride. It's gonna be something else. So we're gonna go take a little ride, see if we can go get phone signal, contact our families and stuff like that. All right, we're taking a little ride here. I know it's dark and hard to see. We ain't really gonna be able to tell much of what's going on until morning. You know, out where I live, we're actually pretty lucky. We still got power. A lot of my neighbors still got power. You know, the wind damage is not as bad as I expected. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse, but of course, you know, we're just in our little bubble here. We haven't explored what's going on in town. You have people out here walking around, checking out the neighborhood, stuff like that. So, I don't know. I'm sure the closer we get to the beach, the worse things are gonna look. You know, the people in Fort Myers Beach, you know, prayers out to those guys there. They get the brunt of this storm pretty much. You know, like I said, we're pretty lucky to live where we do, a little bit more inland, you know, a little bit more protected. Yeah, as you can see, there's people out and about driving around, probably just like myself, you know, just out of curiosity to see what's going on in town, and just kind of see what we're up against tomorrow. We're definitely gonna know for sure tomorrow. Yeah, so we're getting close to the center of town. A lot of flooding here. The road's completely underwater here. That's all part of it. Stranded cars in the middle of the road. Yeah, we're going through some pretty seriously deep water here. Guys out here riding around in jet skis. Yep, this is about as far as we're gonna venture downtown here. It's gonna be a good 3 feet of water here anyways. Yeah, this is some seriously deep water here. Look at the gas station over there. So it's daybreak, day 3 of our Hurricane Ian, which was an absolute horror show for a lot of people. Like I said, myself personally, I was pretty fortunate to make it out of this, pretty much unscathed. Traffic lights are out here, stuff like that. Power's out in probably pretty much 90% of the city. Out where we're at, we still got power and stuff like that. Anyway, so I'm off to work. Probably gonna be a whole lot of bike riding here for at least a day or two. I'm gonna be so busy here, cleaning up the mess, and plucking, flooded cars, and so on and so forth, and stuff like that. And a situation like this, it even makes us hard to do business, just because we have no internet, we have no power in our shop. We're relying solely on cell phones, to conduct business as far as, receiving our calls and running credit cards and stuff like that, and the service is spotty. So, there's debris all over the road here. Not much. I mean, this is really nothing here. This is stuff that we get during typical rainstorms, but it is what it is. But yeah, last night driving through, seeing those people walking down the streets and knee-deep water, carrying a little bit of personal belongings they could carry with them. That was a pretty sobering reminder of how vulnerable we are as people, compared to Mother Nature. As Floridians, we kind of joke about these things as they come in. Maybe it's our way of coping and dealing with life-threatening situations. Because, like I said, this, it's pretty rough, pretty rough. That's all I can say. Yeah. So when we were driving around last night, this lake was completely flooded into the road. So that just gives you a slight indication of how high that water came up, because there had to have been at least a good foot of the water on the road at this point where we were driving. So that's going to be at least a good 4 feet. And like I said, there's going to be all kinds of debris and stuff in the road. It's just a reminder of what's going on here. Like I said, the cops are out. A lot of county workers, a lot of abandoned, stranded cars. I mean, we're going to get a lot of that. This was completely underwater, if you remember. vehicles, a lot of disabled vehicles, you know, a lot of vehicles that were here from last night. You know, these the cops, the people that were out on jet skis last night, those were actually cops rescuing people. I mean, the cops aren't even having cars towed at this point. You know, that was a gas station that was underwater. I mean, this is the reality, harsh reality of living in Florida. You know, I've talked about a lot of harsh realities, but you know, this is the nature of living in the South Florida in a hurricane alley. You know, there's pieces of parts from people's cars sitting here. You know, that was an accident just because someone's stupid. People just, like I said, the etiquette here is people just not thinking straight today, unfortunately. But yeah, this is where we drove last night, and it was all completely underwater. And what a change from last night till today. Well, the sun is finally setting here, day 3, Hurricane Ian. So I just want to wrap up this video by saying, you know, my prayers go out to friends, family, neighbors of Southwest Florida. You know, there's a lot of you people out there that suffered some major losses, and I feel for you. Almost feel a little bit guilty that about it, really. You know, considering we come out of it pretty much unscathed, and you know, it's humbling.